Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a Christmas gift guide. As you can see from the title, my video is going to have fewer gift ideas than some of the other videos that are out on YouTube right now. But let me raise you this. It is quality over quantity. I tried to pick things that I felt like were more unique. There are some trendy items on the list, but I mostly was trying to think of stuff that cool, like Pinterest girls or people who have tastes similar to my taste would like. So I'm featuring some like small businesses and unique artists. And I'm also including some gift ideas that you could thrift for that might be more affordable. I'm including some stuff that can be DIY, like either you DIY it or you give the girl the ingredients to DIY it. I mean, it's not just for girls, but you understand. Like, most people, their male cousin isn't like, I want maribou slippers for Christmas, right? So we're saying girls just generally for title purposes. Starting with number 1, Christmas mugs by Peppermint and Pine. They usually sell them at like Home Goods. I'm pretty sure they probably have them also at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, but these are the trending Christmas mug. And if your friend, your girlfriend, your sister, whoever you're buying for, if they're into like the self-help niche or even just like aesthetic girls who are vlogging and they're like posting, these mugs are like the it mugs. And you yourself have probably seen it, like the gingerbread house mug that has the pink door. Like, those mugs are famous on Pinterest for some reason. I myself finally got 3 this year, and I'm overjoyed because I've been looking at pictures of them for the past couple years and feeling left out. They're really cute. Just be aware that they are hand wash only. If you can actually find them in store, it's not a very expensive gift. If you try to buy from a mercari reseller, we don't want to throw the resellers our money, but sometimes we have to pick the least bad of the bunch and like buy it from them. Resellers, don't overpay for these mugs. Like, if you're overpaying for the mug, then it's stupid. If you've been seeing these mugs everywhere, you're wondering what the hell they are, what brand, whatever, it's Peppermint and Pine. Fairytales by Petra. This is a photography, like, coffee table book, and it has Alexa Demi in it from Euphoria. If you don't know, she was Maddie in Euphoria. And I really want this myself. It is such, like, unique artistic photography. I think this book would look cute even if you were to just display it. Best Year Ever Journal by Intelligent Change. Intelligent Change is the company that makes the 5-minute journals that have been really popular online. I'm not sure if that trend is still going or not, but at some point they were really popular. In this journal, you basically get to just reflect on the past year, so 2025, and outline and set up the goals you want to achieve for 2026 and kind of figure out how to achieve those. If the person you're buying for is very like introspective, goal-oriented, they are a vision boarder, this I think would be a good pick for them. And next we have VALFRÉ. I'm not sure how to say her name, but it's like spelled like VALFRNE with an accent mark. She's an artist. And she does have a planner, which is sold out, which is initially what I was going to say that you should get. But since it's sold out, you can also get any of her like coloring books that she has on her site. I feel like her art style is really unique and really fun and just super like cool and artsy looking. And if you get something like that, you have the benefit of it being from a smaller artist who's maybe not as well known, so you know you're giving a unique gift. In a similar vein, we have art prints from starsxxlullabies on Etsy. I'm gonna put everything in the description, so if I said that wrong, you can just go and check there for the links. But she makes the most cute and beautiful, adorable art, like featuring animals. I'm telling you, she has a print for everybody, okay? We got all kinds of animals going on. We got bunnies. We have, I think there's one with a cow, maybe? They have lots of cats. They have all kinds of different stuff. So I'm sure you can find something that is suited to your friend or whoever you're buying for's interests. They're not overly expensive, and her art is something that I feel like I see get ripped off a lot. Like, people take her stuff without credit and they don't pay her for her prints. Like, they take it, they put it on t-shirts, whatever. If you buy from starsxxlullabies, you are getting it from the actual artist. You're supporting the actual source of the work. And you know you're getting something that's not AI, that's made by human hands. Vintage ornaments. Go to your thrift store, pick up some of those like classic blown glass ornaments. To me, those are so beautiful. They have such an incandescence about them, like an iridescence that makes them look like they're always glowing. If you thrift for this, it's probably going to be more inexpensive. If you're not afraid of like being upcharged, you can even look on Etsy at like Etsy thrift shops, but it is probably going to be more expensive than searching for it in person. That's also a great way to get more of an eclectic look to your tree. And if you'd rather buy new, I recommend ornaments by the company Old World Christmas. Specifically, I want to shout out the macaron ornaments. They are so cute. I got the pink and purple one this year because that matches more with my tree. They have that classic like vintage glass blown look to them. If you're not into the macarons, they have objects and flowers and like seashells. They have something for everybody. You can definitely find something that has a specific significance to the person. Treats from Laduree. Laduree is, if you are not familiar, a French bakery. They're like a chain of bakeries. There are only a few locations in the United States, but on their website and also on Goldbelly, I wouldn't recommend going through Goldbelly unless you have to, because Goldbelly ships from France. And if you're in the United States, like, that's a hassle and they have fewer options. But Laduree, on their site, they will deliver to you their macaron boxes. They have the Eugenie, the langue de chat, like the cattail cookies. They have some chocolates, they have teas, they have jams. So there's a bunch of different things that you can buy. I'm gonna tell you though, it is pricey, especially once you add like the delivery fee on top of it. But if the person you're buying for is somebody who appreciates the finer things, I cannot recommend Laduree enough. They are delicious. Just be warned, because I would feel like I would be remiss if I didn't say this, that macarons have almond flour in them though. So if you know that the person has a nut allergy, don't get them any of the things that have nuts. DIY decoden kit. Decoden is a kind of craft that I'm pretty sure originated somewhere in Asia. It's basically like this cream, decoden cream, that you use and you pipe it on like it's frosting, and it hardens into this like plasticky substance, and you can use it to stick on like all kinds of cute big charms and stuff like that. I can insert an example of when I went somewhere and I did decoden. I think that's just a great idea. If there's not a place near you where you guys can go together, there are kits online. If the person you're buying for is creative, I think that's a pretty good option, because it's honestly not extremely hard to do, especially if you're buying the kit already with all of the ingredients you need. Picture frame. And you can find like cheapy wooden picture frames at a lot of craft stores or discount stores even. If you want to go with like a nicer frame, you can, but you don't really have to spend a ton of money on this. You can decorate it yourself. And then you can use free prints. I used free prints recently and everything went smoothly. I did get my photos. The only thing with free prints is you have to do the photos in 4x3. So if you're going to be like planning on this, make sure that you buy a frame that's 4x3, unless you want to pay extra on free prints for a different sized photo. But if you stick with the 4x3 on free prints, you don't even have to pay for anything other than the shipping. And then you have a personalized, relatively inexpensive gift for your friend. I know Christmas is like coming up quickly, so this video might be kind of like late, but I like to believe that there are many late Christmas shoppers out there. And I'm trusting that my timing is right, okay? There are also, you know, those friends where you don't see them that often and you end up not seeing them until after the new year. And then that's when you guys meet up and you give your gifts. We're on track. We're aligned. You still have time to do your picture frame situation. Maribou slippers. This is extremely random, but hearing the word, you may not know what I'm talking about, but when you see the image, you're gonna know that these are like a very classic shoe. I'm not sure where this comes from. I know that it has like some type of vintage roots, but that is just such like the it girl shoe for all time, and I think it would be kind of fun and cute to have it. Soundburger record player. This is very on the pricey side. Okay, so this is a very expensive one, but the reason why I'm talking about the Soundburger specifically is because the Crosley suitcase players, a lot of people talk crap on them, and they're right. Like, some people have no issues with them, but me, because I had such limited space, I really couldn't use my suitcase player at all because it had to be on exactly the right surface, and it was just such a hassle because I couldn't get it to play properly at all. But with the Soundburger, it's much smaller, it's portable, you can put it away when it's not in use. If you have a friend who wants to get into vinyl collecting or is really big into music, I think this is a great gift idea because even if they have a small apartment or like a dorm or a very small room, the Soundburger can work for them. You do need a Bluetooth speaker to go along with it though, so if you already know that they have a speaker, don't worry about that. Homemade marshmallows. Have I made marshmallows myself? No, but I've seen videos and it looks pretty easy, and I feel like that's just like a really cute gift. Just some homemade marshmallows. It's kind of artisanal, kind of gourmet. The Euphoria Fashion Coffee Table Book. This book is pricey. I would say if you're gonna get it for somebody, make sure that you like previously know that they're into Euphoria or like they're into the Euphoria aesthetics, because what some people don't remember, I guess, is how pivotal Euphoria as a show was in forming the aesthetics going forward for like the 2020s. Euphoria had a pretty big impact, especially right at the beginning there. If you know somebody who's really interested in fashion or interested in TV and film, interested in pop culture, that's a great buy for them. We Love You Bunny by Mona Awad. So this is the sequel to the book Bunny. If they haven't read Bunny, then maybe get them both or just get them the first one. The reason why I'm specifically putting the second one on this list is because Bunny was really popular on like a certain side of book talk for a while, and anybody who read it at that time may not have stayed tuned in and realized that a second one actually came out, a sequel to Bunny. So if your friend hasn't been keeping up with it and you know that they're a reader, you can surprise them with the sequel. Fame is a Gun 7-inch Addison Rae vinyl. This came out for Singles Day at Urban Outfitters recently. There are some left, but if you are really thinking this is perfect, my friend's an Addison fan, go over and buy it now because they are limited. I think it's limited to like 7,500 copies are being made, but I thought that was just like a nice little collectible to have. A kalimba. I recently just got my kalimba in the mail and I'm starting to play it. If you don't know what a kalimba is, it's like a flat plastic or wood slab, and then it has these like metal tines on it that are like keys of a piano, and you just like flick them with your nails. I may not be describing it very good, but it's like a little handheld instrument situation. I think that pretty much anybody could learn to play this. It's super fun as like a hobby just to pick that up. A digital camera. You could buy a modern digital camera if you wanted to, but I'm more so thinking along the lines of on Pinterest, we see those like vintage Sony or whatever digital cameras from the 2000s that people decorate with stickers and stuff like that. I know that there are a lot of those on eBay. Be careful, don't like overspend, because there are some people that are going to try to get you with cameras that don't even work. Any bag from the brand Sweetly. Sweetly is a small brand, and the reason why I'm not being specific is because they have different designs at different times. I'm not sure what they're sold out of right now, but their quilted fabric handbags are so cute. They always have nice little animal prints on them. Sometimes it's like bear with strawberries, or it's a bunny. I personally have the bunny one. I know they've done ones with deers, and you don't even have to get the full handbag. They also have like makeup bags in their prints. They, as a brand, have more of like a coquette aesthetic going on. So if that sounds like something that would be of interest to who you're buying for, go to their website for sure and check out what they currently have available. Blue Sky Ceramics. These Blue Sky Ceramics are sold at Home Goods and such, like even TJ Maxx, whatever. But sometimes it's hard to find the ones that you want in person. So you can go try to hunt for them in person, but your best bet is probably going online. And the biggest thing with Blue Sky Ceramics is the Hello Kitty and Friends like Sanrio holiday sculptures. They have them for pretty much every holiday. They have Easter, Valentine's Day, Christmas. What else do they have? Halloween. So that's mainly like Sanrio stuff, but they also have, my ring just came off, God. Okay. But they also have Miffy if your friend prefers Miffy. They have like 1 or 2 Miffy things. The Favorite Child Collective Christmas Bundle. This is another like small business. I've bought from them before. The actual Christmas bundle is pretty pricey. If you don't want to spend that much money, there's still a lot of individual items you can search for on the site. Their aesthetic is also kind of in that like coquette vein. Vintage Avon jewelry from Etsy. The reason why I specifically say Avon is because Avon stuff is plentiful. It's not like the highest quality out there, but obviously it's fine enough quality because it's withstood all these years. A lot of the Avon stuff you're gonna find is from like the 60s through the 80s and 90s-ish. There are a lot of options that are pretty inexpensive, and a lot of them are really beautiful feminine designs. I'm sure that you can find something that your friend or whoever you're buying for will like. I actually got one of my friends a necklace from Avon for her birthday, I think, a while ago. Any crystal carvings. Etsy is a good source for this. You can go to your local crystal shops, but depending on where you live, your crystal shop might be cheaper than Etsy. But if you live in a city, Etsy is going to be cheaper than your local crystal shop because they're going to upcharge you. Any like carvings, so like stars, moons, hearts, they're super cute as decor. If they're gonna engage with them spiritually, you can pick based on like the properties that they're supposed to have, but if not, you can just pick their favorite color and they can display it in their room. Just be cautious that you're buying from a seller that has good reviews, because there are a lot of people out there now with like AI photos, or they're selling fake crystals that have been dyed, or they're actually plastic and they're not disclosing that. And as a result, you end up overpaying for fake crystals. The myth, that's really a word, isn't it, to try to say. The myths, the MYTHS and Mermaid Oracle deck, illustrated by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. If the person you're buying for is spiritually minded, these oracle cards are just absolutely beautiful. I love Jasmine Beckett Griffith's style. You can pick out any deck by her if mermaids don't really seem to align with the vibe of the person you're buying for. There's a vampire one, which I have. There's shapeshifters, fairy tale, and I know there's got to be more. Just type her name into Amazon or online and you'll see all the ones she has. Calico critters. Calico critters can be cheap or they can be expensive depending on which ones you're buying. If they have the strawberry outfits, or if they're like the mermaid ones that they only had in Japan. But they're small and cute, and I see that as just being a nice gift. So that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you liked my ideas, that you thought they were interesting and unique and creative. Comment down below if you're going to get any of these things or make any of these things that I spoke about, and leave a present emoji in the comments if you enjoyed the video and watched until the end. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.